Check it. Alright, what's up? You are back and I got some heat for you. This video is chock full of information that you need to know if you play in the stock market and hold meme stocks. I got the bars pattern for AMC, the bars pattern for GME, and no one else has the placement right. We're going to be looking at that as well, checking out the technical analysis and bars pattern as well for AMC and GME. Again, we do not look at one form of analysis. We look at multiple charts, multiple data sets, and add confluence and confirmation to make sure these predictions are right. With that being said, let's go ahead into the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go.
You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're looking at AMC stock, GME stock. We're also going to be looking at SPY stock. I'm going to let you guys know what is going on and what I expect for today. We're going to hop right in for SPY, giving you guys the update and information. This video is not financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Now, the first thing I want to point out for SPY is it is overextended to the downside. We are way outside the Bollinger Bands here on the higher time frames. As you guys can see, we tapped outside the bands here on the 4-hour time frame, and on the daily time frame, we are in the lower range of the band. So we could see a little bit more downside here on SPY, but we want to point out that we are getting overextended to the downside as we have been getting outside of the bands, and we are seeing our side get to the oversold region. So I'm expecting SPY to get a bottom here soon. Now, I do expect the downtrend to continue. I expect SPY to continue topping out. I did call 460 as the top, and I do believe this is going to be the top of the rally. Now, there is a gap fill to the upside on SPY, so we have to be aware of this gap fill here on the daily time frame on SPY. That gap will get filled. I do think we will see a bounce for SPY, fill the gap, and then continue back to the downside. But we want to watch because SPY has been way overextended to the upside. So if this thing starts to fall down, it is going to fall down quick. Now, I did warn everyone about the RSI getting overheated in the MACD flipping bearish on the daily time frame, as well as this bearish engulfing candle that we see here at the top of SPY. All of these are indications that we are going to see more downside. If we go ahead and look at the alligator is showing a lot of momentum as well. We're seeing a lot of momentum to the downside for SPY. Let's go ahead and pop on the alligator and show you guys what's popping off with that as well. I want to show you guys that there is a ton of momentum. We can see that the bands have a lot of width, and you already know when the bands have a lot of width, that means the move has a lot of momentum. You have your bullish band, which is green, your bearish band, which is blue. When the bands have a lot of width, that means there's a lot of momentum. When they get closer together, you can tell that the move's starting to end. Now, you can see that they're slightly starting to turn in towards each other, so we could see a little bit more downside, maybe filling this gap at 446 and then seeing upside. I do expect this trend line to be tested as support, and if this trend line breaks here at about 444, 446, if you see that break below that, you're going to see SPY capitulate hard. It's going to come down crashing fast. So that is what I'm looking at for SPY here on the longer and shorter time frames. I'm also working on a possible fractal here for SPY. This is actually from the top of the 20 of the last bull run, the 2021 bull run. This is from the absolute top of that bull run, and you can kind of see that it kind of has that 3-peak top formation. You can see a peak here, a peak here, and a peak here, and you can see the very similar structure in this movement as well. So I am looking at that as a possibility for seeing a top on SPY and seeing this fractal play out as well. That would take us down all the way to 339. Now, again, don't take this to the bag and run with it. I am not 100% on this fractal right now because I do have several other fractals that I am working with. I have this one right here, which would actually call for a pullback and then a move to the upside. So again, do not take this to the bank because I am not 100% sure, but I do want to show you guys that I am working on this, and we could possibly see a fractal here for SPY very, very soon in the near future. But as far as the TA is going, I do think we are going to see more downside. I think we're going to come back down here to test this as support, and if this breaks, you're going to see it push hard. We are holding support right here. We might see a couple days of consolidation before we come down to test this line, but I do expect this support to be tested. So that's what I'm looking at on SPY as now SPY. Also, I am loading up on SQQQ. This is what I'm going to be using to hedge against downside on SPY. SQQQ is setting up for a major rally. I think we're going to come back down and retest this pennant. SQQQ moves inverse of SPY. So when SPY goes up, SQQQ goes down, and when SPY goes down, SQQQ goes up. And you can see we have this major breakout of this falling wedge, which is a bullish continuation pattern, and then we are forming this bottom right here on this pennant, which is a bullish pennant, and it looks like we're about to come back down, retest it, and get a push up and a reversal, sending us back up to fill these gaps on SQQQ. And again, more evidence that we're going to see downside on SPY. You can also look at the US dollar, so DXY. DXY moves inverse of risk assets like SPY, and you can see that DXY has been pumping, and I do think DXY is actually showing strength. You can see here with the alligator that this move has a lot of momentum. I do think we're going to see the dollar actually get a little bit of strength, go about to 105, 107, which will put a lot of pressure on risk assets. And again, I do think we're going to see downside in a crash and capitulation on SPY. Let's go ahead and show you guys what's popping off with AMC and GME. GME is holding support, so GME is holding support, getting a clean bounce off of that 2050 level. I do think 2050 is going to be the bottom. If we go ahead and look at fractals for GME, so I'm going to show you guys what GME patterns we have and what we're looking at for GME stock as far as fractals go. You guys will be able to see that we have a couple indications that this is possibly the bottom for GME stock as far as it goes when it comes to the fractals. So let's go ahead and show you guys what's popping off with that and check out GME stock. We're also going to be looking at AMC stock as well and looking at the fractals at that as well. And if you haven't seen my last video, make sure you check out that video. I did a whole video on how AMC and GME are on the same algo. I showed all of the theories from Wyckoff to cycle theory to bars pattern to psychology, showing you all of it, plus technical analysis like the falling wedge and all of it. I showed you the whole reason why I am so bullish on these two particular stocks, and I do think that the SPY is going to crash. I showed you how the market cycles are different. The double bottom here on GME, this bottom number one, bottom number two, sending us back up to this region and all of that. So check out that video. I'll link it down in the comment section, so check that out if you want to see that video if you haven't seen it yet. But you can see Bollinger Band starting to constrict, getting very, very tight on GME, letting us know that volatility is building on GME stock. We also have this wedge forming right here. You can see this clear wedge, and then if you look at the bars pattern is calling for us to consolidate in this wedge, get a push up above it, retest it, and then break out of this macro wedge, which sends us flying to the moon. And if you haven't seen this before, we do have a breakout target from the falling wedge. So this is a bullish continuation pattern. You have your uptrend, then you go into your falling wedge, which brings you into another uptrend. That is a bullish continuation pattern. If you take your high from your low, that can give you a rough breakout target just based off of technicals. And you can see that it clearly takes us past all-time highs and takes us to around the same estimate as the bars pattern. Again, multiple indications that we're about to see a massive move on GME stock. I know this looks crazy, but this is what the technicals are saying. Basically, this has been a 2-year accumulation pattern on GME. This has been a 2 to 3 year accumulation, and we're about to see a huge market upside. There's also a Wyckoff accumulation pattern here as well in this schematic starting here, and which will lead us back up to here and sending us to a mark up. So that's what I'm looking at for GME stock. As far as today goes, I do think we're going to see a green day today. I did call for a green day this morning on GME stock. I do think we're going to start seeing momentum shift. You can see the alligator starting to pick up, start to curl back up to the upside. We can see that we have a MACD flip on the hourly time frame. Now we have major support here coming up at about 21, let's see, $21, even $21.15, $21.15. So we could see a rejection from that, but if GME can get above this level, you could see a nice push here today. I do expect it to get a rejection off of that level and probably stay flat throughout the day. But again, if we can break 21.15, you're going to see GME get a nice push upside to about 21.50, $22 even. So that's what I'm looking at for GME on the short and long term. Let's go ahead and look at AMC stock, show you guys what's popping off with AMC stock and what I expect in the future for AMC. Now AMC, I do expect a green day as well. I call it a green day for AMC. If we go ahead and look at the bars pattern for AMC, you guys will see that it is calling for upside as well, and it's tracking extremely accurate. So we're going to go ahead and check out the bars pattern for AMC. This thing has been on point as of lately, so we're going to go ahead and check all of that out and give you guys an update on that as soon as this loads here. But as far as momentum, we can see that momentum is starting to shift to the upside. We can see that the alligators are starting to curl to the upside, and we can also see that MACD is starting to curl to the upside as well. We can see these MACD candles right here. I do think this is going to be indication of the bullish push that we need. We kind of have like a little bit of a wedge right here if you connect this line and this line, but it's a very, very rough wedge. So again, I'm not going to be using that as technical analysis, but we can see that we are getting bullish momentum now as we speak. We have a lot of resistance at that $4.90 range, so we want to be careful of that. $4.90 is major historic resistance for AMC stock. So again, we want to be aware of that as well. Now, as far as indications telling us that we have more momentum to the upside, we're going to be looking at the super trend as well. We do have bullish signals here on the super trend, so we're going to go ahead and show you that and see where momentum is taking us, and then look at the bars pattern and see if it shows us the same thing. But you can see that we have this buy signal here on the 2-hour time frame, and we also have working on a bullish cross here on the 2-hour time frame as well, and again a buy signal here in the 2-hour time frame. Now, as far as the hourly time frame, we're looking for that to switch because we did print a sell signal on the hourly time frame, so we're looking for that to switch to a buy signal to show that momentum is shifting. We are holding key levels of support, and I do expect more upside for AMC stock. Let's go ahead and show you the bars pattern and show you what I'm expecting here on these smaller time frames and what we expect to see here in the near future for AMC. So if we go ahead and zoom in on the bars pattern, you guys can see that it is tracking extremely accurately. Very accurately. So basically, it was calling for a curl to the upside today. That is exactly what we're seeing. What we want to see by Friday, you can see the dates down here. What we want to see by Friday is AMC back in this $4.95 range. Now, this is crazy how well this is tracking, because if we see this expanding megaphone, we can see that price breaks out of the megaphone, comes back to retest it, and then breaks to the upside, which is exactly what you want to see for confirmation of a bullish breakout of this expanding megaphone pattern that we do have right here. So this is extremely bullish and confirmation that we are going to see this thing continue tracking. Again, if this thing keeps tracking and we see this thing up to $5.60 by next week, about the 7th or 8th of next week, and this thing continues to track out, we know that it is on point, and I have the absolute keys for when we are possibly going to see the squeeze event. So we're going to be tracking this day by day, minute by minute. I'm going to be showing you guys each and every video if this is tracking or not, and I'll let you guys know if it does break. But as of now, it is calling for upside, a green day today, possibly a green or flat day tomorrow, coming back to retest this resistance right here, which is major resistance, use it as support, which will give us the boost that we need to come back up in these higher ranges. Then we have to go ahead and travel along for a long period of time. We get a boost to the upside. Let's go ahead and show you guys what it looks like here on the bigger time frames. But you get a boost to the upside basically, and then what happens is you come back down, and then you travel in this range of about $4.80 and then $5.50. You travel in that range for about 2 weeks. Now, I don't know if everyone will remember this, but if you were holding AMC around the time of the 2021 and in between 2021 rally of January and May, there was a period of time where AMC consolidated for it's consolidated for basically like 2 months. It went between $12 and $14 for 2 months. This is that period. I want the community to come up a name for what we should call this period before the squeeze event, where we consolidate, and it's going to be super boring, and we're just going to have to watch AMC consolidate in this range for about 2 to 3 weeks. So we need to think of a name for that. Drop a name down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think the name for the period of time where we see a long period of consolidation before the squeeze event on AMC. Drop a name down in the comments. But again, we have technicals confirming that the bars pattern is going to play out. You never want to just rely on a bars pattern. You want to use technicals and a bars pattern. That way you can get confluence and confirmation. We can see that the bars pattern or the Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict, which is telling us volatility is building. We can see momentum starting to building to the bullish side, again with the MACDs. super trends with the EMA starting to cross. If you go ahead and look at the EMAs, you can see that the EMAs on AMC are starting to cross as well. We have multiple indications that bullish momentum is coming into the stock with the Bollinger Bands constricting. Now, what do the Bollinger Bands mean? It doesn't tell you which way the move's going to be, but it tells you that there's going to be a move. You can see the EMAs right here curling to the upside, starting to get a golden cross here, which is a bullish indication. But what does the Bollinger Bands tell you? It tells you volatility is coming. It just doesn't say which way, but all of the indicators are telling us that momentum is coming to the upside and volatility is going to be a big push upside, which is exactly what the barge pattern is saying. Again, breaking out of this, coming back to retest it, and coming back into a rally, then coming into this consolidation period, and then going into the squeeze zone. Now, again, I also did a video yesterday, which I'm linking down below, about the Wyckoff theory as well, showing you guys Wyckoff and how that is playing out as well. I showed you cycle theory and the psychology of AMC as well, and technical analysis showing you that we are also going to see a major squeeze event. We also have the catalyst of bullish earnings coming out. I do think earnings are going to be very good. We have numbers going crazy in the box office, and then we also have Judge Zern as well. I think she is going to be denying the settlement, and that will give us a catalyst. But if she has to wait, it doesn't matter because time is on our side. And I actually believe this is a little bit of tinfoil, this is a little bit of speculation, but I believe she's actually taking her time because she knows time is on our side. And the more time that shorts have to wait and pay money, the longer the chance the better the chance we have to see the squeeze event here in a few short days. And again, I'm not giving dates, but down here on the bottom of the screen, we can see the estimated date for this rally. I'm not giving you guys dates because the algo can speed up, it can change, it can slow down. But if this continues to track, we know that it's going to be on point. So if we see it get to this point here or this point here and it's tracking this whole time, we know that this date is going to be very, very accurate. So I'm not ready to put all my eggs in one basket yet. I want to see if this move fulfills, if we see this move to the upside coming back down. I want to see it track to about here. And if it tracks to here, oh man, I am loading up. I am loading up. I'm already loaded up and ready, but I am putting everything in it if we see it track to this far. I'm not telling you guys to do that. I am not telling you guys to do that. That is not financial advice. But me personally, if I see this barge pattern to continue to play out, especially candle for candle like it has been, oh yeah, I'm going in because I do believe this is the key. So I am sharing it with you guys for your benefit, for the community's benefit. Hopefully it does come true. Hopefully we do see the squeeze, and hopefully the moass is in a short few weeks as we do see the data over here. Guys, this is everything I have for you. Again, let's go ahead and go run through the fundamental data for AMC real quick and then wrap up the video. So we can see that they do have 0 shares available to borrow. They already used all of their shares. Again, they are becoming less and less effective at holding us down. I want everyone to notice that they are losing control of the stock, and that's another reason we're going to see a squeeze event. Also, we're seeing short interest go absolutely crazy, 29.05%. And when we have a huge block of FTDs, these FTDs should be absolutely illegal. We are also still on the threshold security list. So guys, this is everything I have for you. I do think we're about to see some bullish upside on the AMC. Get ready to get excited. We are about to see the squeeze. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And if you want, you can join my Discord. My Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. I go live, talk about stocks, cryptos, trades all day long, post my trades, and have a great community. If you want to join it, it's $50 for a lifetime invite. Link below is my Instagram and my Twitter. Just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, and that's how you can get in. You have to pay $50 via PayPal or Cash App and join the community. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. And a great way to support me for absolutely free is leaving comments down below, dropping likes, and press subscribe. But if you want to join the community, you can for $50. It is a lifetime invite. It's a Discord community, a private server. We talk about stocks, cryptos, trades all day long. I post my trades, post information, news, minute by minute, day by day. So if you want to join that, go ahead and hit me up below. Instagram and Twitter are linked down below. Hit me up on there. PayPal and Cash App is how we make payment, and then I will send you the link. It's as easy as that. I also have a membership you can join. It's $2.99 a month, cancel at any time. Down below, you can press the join button. Again, for the membership, you get validation as a member, validation on the home page of the channel, and I see all of your comments, and you get exclusive member content only. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched to the end of this video. Have fun, stay safe, make money.